Hi, it's Dan McCoy here with you from Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm here with Glenn Morshower today. Some of you may recognize him. If you're a Rabbit 24 fan like I am, he played Agent Aaron Pierce on 24.
And a little known fact, I'm Dan's older brother.
Yeah,
God, if you look at us, you'd think that, wouldn't you?
No kidding, right? Glenn, why don't you tell us a little bit about your role on 24 and how that plays out in real life to who you are?
You bet. I have been blessed to play, honored to play, Aaron Pierce for 7 of the 8 seasons of 24. And if, as we used to say in Texas, God willing, if the creek don't rise, we're still planning to do a 24 movie. We hope that's the case. That's what it looks like. But the character was one that originally was not intended to be a long-running character, I don't think, but I knew one of the producers from a previous series, and we got to be buds, and they really allowed me to step into that character with the very core beliefs that I traveled all around the world sharing with people, beliefs such as honor and integrity, congruency, living within your design, and so forth. And so what great fun for me, and what a blessing it was for me to be able to report to work, to be a man that many men, truly many men, have come up to me with their boys in front of them and said, my boys would really love to grow up to be like Aaron Pierce. And I thought, just thank you, God. What else is there than feeling as though you are in a position of influence to help young people want to have more love in their lives, more integrity in their lives, and to have a spine, an actual spine as a man. It's the greatest honor of my career, bar none. And I'm 52 years old, and if I make triple digits, okay, if I live to be 100, I'd be willing to bet in advance that Aaron Pierce will have been my favorite role I ever played as an actor. Despite the fact that there are many more to come, you just somehow know within you, because you heard me speak yesterday. I talk a lot about intuition. There's something within us that knows when we are in a dance with something incredibly special.
Awesome.
And truly more special than other things. And that's how I felt for the entire 7-year run of 24, where every day it was nothing short of an absolute privilege to show up on set and be a part of this magnificent, unrepeatable show in history. So,
that was amazing. If you can't see it, the integrity and the passion that comes from this man is exemplified in that character of Aaron Pierce. And tell me how long you're in Hollywood, and you've been married to Carolyn for how many years?
32 years.
32 years. That is unheard of.
You get a certificate in Hollywood if you make it to 5 years. So.
What would you say to those that are out there that are struggling with their identity, they're struggling with trying to be who they are, and just really looking maybe in a business and trying to grow a business, and they're having difficulty just with their identity in general? How would you help them out?
Well, the first piece of help that I would offer from my heart is to stop right now affirming, reaffirming, the difficulty that you've been, notice the past tense usage, that you've been having. Because all that does, every time we regurgitate the story of how difficult life is or what a struggle we're having, then we make it so for ourselves all over again. So let's just let that go. Let today bring us its finest gift, which is the gift of newness, so that when we open our eyes today, it is a brand spanking new day. That's what it intends. And if we allow that, then we can, at that point, become brand new creatures and no longer affirm our weaknesses, but rather participate in our strengths and decide that we are, in fact, unrepeatable creatures in time. Our answers that we will ever need were placed within us on the assembly line. They've been there with us since birth. And to quit buying into weakness, distraction.
Well, our battery died a little bit ago, and I was reminded of a lesson after we replaced it. I'm going to let Glenn talk to you a little bit about that lesson and how the words we say to ourselves can really affect who we become as a result of that.
So here we are, probably a good 3 hours later, and yet courtesy of the illusion of camera and film and so forth, we can just roll right over into this being the next moment. Several things have occurred since that time, but in the moment that the battery died, we looked down at the pack and saw there's no light there or whatever, and it occurred to us both that that could have, and in many instances is, a genuine problem, as in a big problem. Enough for someone to look at it and go, oh, God, you know what, that always happens to me. As though it were a personal vendetta that the battery pack had against you. Be real careful of the words "to me," right? To me, to me. They did it to me. They made me, or made me. That's another big tribe, the made me people. They made me. No, they didn't. So it's just a battery dying, and batteries die. That's one of the realities of living on planet Earth, is that sometimes they just die and there's nothing more to it. There's no more to the story. It doesn't need to be added onto the stack of everything that has gone wrong to us on our day. It's just something that happened. We're glad that they make actually more batteries so that we can resume hours later after we've had a concert and more hugs and more opportunities to converse with people and share ideas, and life goes on. So here we are.
You know, the amazing thing is that Glenn can take something so simple as a battery dying and turn it into a profound lesson of life. And he did that all day for us today. He's such an amazing human being, and I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. And thank you guys for the support you've given us over the years, the 8 years we were on Fox Television with 24. And will this be out on the net anytime soon?
Yeah, this will be available on YouTube probably this week.
Soon? Okay, well then let me give you a plug. Let me give ourselves a plug for the new X-Men film, which opens June 3rd in theaters all over the country.
Thanks again.
My pleasure.
Take care.
Thanks, bye.